Welcome to John Carroll University's 2021 Commencement Weekend. The past year has been filled with trials, tribulations, and challenges that none of us could have foreseen. But in the face of these challenges, you found opportunities for knowledge, growth, and service. You inspired those around you with care and compassion. You lived John Carroll's mission. Through hard work, resilience, and determination, you have persevered through the toughest of times. You overcame every obstacle standing in your way. Today is an ending where we commemorate the achievements of our graduates and salute your many accomplishments at John Carroll. But today is also a new beginning as you begin the next chapter of your life, ready for the next challenge. As we prepare to celebrate your accomplishments, let's take a look back at a few stories from graduating students who truly made the most of their time on campus.
Heather and I had the privilege of working on a food insecurity project over the last 2 years together with the entrepreneurship department with Joan Winkle and Jackie Schmidt. And that entailed a lot of really great networking and a lot of really great experiences with meeting people and working with the John Carroll community as well as communities within the Cleveland network that John Carroll has around the area of Ohio. So it was definitely a really humbling experience to learn about the food insecurity issue here in Cleveland and around the country itself, and finding a way that we can chip away at the issue, just like even with one small little business like this, it really does make a difference, and it just takes a lot of really small pieces to come together and make a really big change.
We're not doing this for us. This business, this is for a whole different demographic of students, and we needed to put our business for them and stop thinking what we would be interested in, because ultimately that's not who the end customer is.
The idea for our children's book came from, it was me and Mary Kate Barron, another senior. We did our preparation for our capstone project our junior year together, and we talked about women's reproductive health in private institutions versus public institutions. A teacher, a girl in the Army, a lawyer, a psychologist, a bunch of short stories all put together. And we have a little word search at the end to help them know the bigger words that they wouldn't necessarily know, and discussion questions, and also some reflective questions for them, how can you be a good listener? What do you want to be when you grow up? Who's your role model? Stuff like that, and then putting it all together, and we just presented it the other day for our final Arupe capstone.
One of the organizations that I was really involved with was the Middle Eastern Student Association. That organization was no longer an active club on campus at the end of my first year, and I definitely wanted change. I wanted to make sure that stayed on campus because I wanted the Middle Eastern culture to still have a presence at John Carroll. And so I became the president of that organization, and I helped turn it from 2 members as a president and financial officer with another student into an organization that has over 100 members.
My degree is in chemistry, and I'm pursuing a concentration in biochemistry. And after graduation, I plan to take a gap year, doing more research and applying to medical school. So for the future, I plan to become a physician researcher, where I still want to work with patients and on the clinical side of things, but I also want to do research, which is very fulfilling for me academically and makes me happy, I guess.
Originally, I wanted to do the engineering physics, which then turned into the 3-2 program with CASE, which is where I would get a engineering physics degree from John Carroll and then a degree from Case Western by doing another 2 years there. And a part of that was taking a computer science course. And I took that course with the sole purpose of following this program, but once I took it and I realized how open and how helpful the CS department was, I absolutely fell in love with it. I realized why I've always been a computer junkie, and it just kind of helped build up even more of my wanting to tinker, but now I'm not just tinkering with hands-on stuff, I'm tinkering with software and making things just appear out of nowhere on a computer screen. It feels pretty amazing.
One thing that I really have taken away from my John Carroll career, and I think a lot of people have, is just the ability to ask questions and to question everything and to always be really curious.
class of 2021, the bond that we have is great because we've been through a lot with the circumstances that we were dealing with during the pandemic, but not even just myself, but other students that I've seen around campus. They have formed really tight relationships with other students, other faculty.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna really miss my friends, my professors, the staff here, and just about everyone at John Carroll, I think.
We made it this far. We survived this long. We've done a lot. We've seen a lot. So it's time to keep going to see what else is out there.
Good morning, everyone. In a year like no other, you have made it. Congratulations. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2021. Please rise for the singing of America the Beautiful and remain standing for the invocation. Members of the University Chorus will lead us in singing America the Beautiful. Thank you. The invocation will be given by Delaney Miranda Burns, member of the class of 2021. Ms. Burns.
Let us pray. God, thank you for this celebration of this life, this day, and of this present moment. Thank you for your love through every high and through every low. We ask to hold these reminders of your love in our hearts today and forever. Remind us that nothing is impossible with your love and that we are never too far from your love. Remind us that you know our hearts, that we can tell you what's on our mind through everything and through anything. Remind us that no matter what happens, you have a plan for us to prosper, to give us hope and a future. Remind us that you are in all things, in all ways, always here, that all things work together for the good. That we are exactly where we are meant to be, as exciting or overwhelming or confusing as that may be. Remind us that you are constantly inviting us to more, and help us to accept those invitations with joy, comfort, and peace. And as we journey on, we pray to be reminded that we are always wrapped in your endless, boundless, never-ending love, and amidst all else, that is something to celebrate. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Burns, for those comforting words. Please be seated. Dr. Michael Johnson, 25th President of the University, will now give greetings and present our commencement speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Herbert, and a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2021 on this milestone in your life's journey. Your experience has been truly unique, having endured the toughest challenge facing higher education in decades. But the end of the pandemic is in sight, and better days are ahead. I'm looking forward to the next stage of my own journey. I've truly enjoyed my time at John Carroll, and I'm proud of everything we have accomplished as a community, including our successful academic accreditations, record fundraising, the development of an innovative strategic plan, the renovation of multiple student spaces on campus, and our adaptation to the challenges of a global pandemic. John Carroll has an excellent plan in place, and I wish Al Mikiak great success in his new role as president. As I look back over my time in higher education, I have been fortunate to have served as a professor at Michigan, a dean at Cornell, the provost at Babson College, and the president of John Carroll University. I am thankful for and enjoyed each and every one of these roles. Among the most rewarding parts of each of these experiences has been the time spent learning with you, the students, and the development of new knowledge with my academic colleagues. They are the heart of academic life and why I am looking forward to joining the faculty this coming year and enjoying my first sabbatical in 23 years. But it is graduation day and a day to celebrate your accomplishments and the transition upon which you are about to embark. When I came to Cornell, I reflected on the stages one progresses through over the course of one's life and career, from investment to growth to leadership to service. These stages are important to revisit today as you're transitioning from one to another. For years, you have been in the investment stage, investing in individual learning, skill development, credentials, and embarking on your careers. But you're about to enter the growth stage, where your need to grow means you will likely have multiple jobs over the next several years. Believe me, you will learn something from and grow as a result of each one of these experiences, be they positive or negative. Remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. Rather, you need experiences that will help you grow. When you reach the leadership stage, life's purpose turns to enabling the success of others and institutions as a whole. Be running that business unit, company, or community organization down the road. Ultimately, the growth, investment, leadership stages, they lead you to the stage of giving back, to serve. The key to life, of course, is not waiting till the next stage to grow, lead, or serve. And that, my friends, is the beauty of the Jesuit education you have received here at John Carroll. Even though you have been focused on your own learning, as you should be, you have had wonderful opportunities to grow, lead, and serve. That means you are graduating with a comprehensive set of skills and an outlook on life that has prepared you for the challenge going forward. Indeed, in a world that seems to be growing further and further apart, your Jesuit education is needed now more than ever. But no one does this alone. It takes an entire community to deliver the learning, growth, leadership, and service opportunities you have received. I want to thank my own senior leadership team and direct reports, as it has been an honor and a privilege to work with you. But the glue that holds institutions like John Carroll together is the community of faculty and staff members who deliver your educational and service experience. Years from now, it is these individuals, so many of whom are with us here today, who you will remember and tell stories about from your time at John Carroll. Students, please join me in thanking those individuals for all they've done for you while you're here. Graduates of the class of 2021, thank you for being part of my own journey, and God bless you. It is now my honor to introduce Pete Williams, who will deliver the keynote address. Pete is a nationally renowned journalist and justice correspondent for NBC News. Many of us have seen Pete reporting on the Justice Department from the newsroom at NBC's Washington, D.C. Bureau, or covering landmark Supreme Court cases live on television. Pete was also a colleague and friend of one of John Carroll's most notable alumni, the late Tim Russert from the class of 1972. Pete exemplifies the Jesuit ideals we teach, including integrity, service for the greater good, and a care for the whole person. Tim would surely be proud to have him here today. We're honored to have Pete with us today, so please join me in welcoming Mr. Pete Williams.
Thank you, President Johnson, members of the class of 2021, parents of the graduates, family of the graduates, friends of the graduates, enemies of the graduates, and potential future employers of the graduates, good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you. As President Johnson said, my connection to John Carroll University is one of your most revered graduates, Timothy John Russert. Tim hired me 28 years ago to work for NBC News, and he was my boss and friend for 15 years at the Washington Bureau before he died of a heart attack at 58. As a matter of fact, it was Tim who assigned me to cover the Justice Department and the Supreme Court. And I think safe to say, of all the institutions in Washington, the Supreme Court is the least well understood. And I saw an example of this firsthand not long after I started covering the court. I came out of the building one afternoon to find one of Washington, D.C.'s dreaded police boots clamped to my car so I couldn't move it. Now, I admit I did have an overdue parking ticket, 3 weeks overdue, but the city was hard up for money, and that's what they did. So I had to go pay to get it removed. I had to appear at the Bureau of Traffic Adjudication with a check. So I took a cab there, I stood in a long line, and I paid up, and then it was time to get back to my desk at the court. So I stepped out, I hailed a taxi, and I said, U.S. Supreme Court, please. The driver took off, but he kept looking at me in his rearview mirror, and unable to contain himself any longer, he stopped the cab, he turned around, and he said, "You're appealing a parking ticket all the way to the Supreme Court?" For a brief moment, I was his hero. But I thank you for inviting me to share this joyous day with you. You'll be pleased to know that I intend to follow the iron rule for commencement speakers. I promise to be brief. But I am here today because of Tim Russert. And years from now, people will be talking about some of you. They'll be remembering the outstanding graduates of the class of 2021. The work you've done, the work you will do, will contribute to the quality of this university too. And that's the tradition here. That's part of what makes the university community so special. Tim was proud of his Jesuit education. He said he and his classmates deliberately chose a school that offered a different kind of education, one that wasn't meant to be the same as what they could have received at scores of other public or private colleges. He chose an education based on the idea that it's not enough to have the knowledge or the skill, one that says values really do matter, an education intended to train young people to shape and influence the moral tone and fiber of our nation and our society. Now, nobody could have predicted that when you arrived here, your junior and senior years would be disrupted by the worst global pandemic in 100 years. And after what you've been through, I think it's safe to make this prediction. The class of 2021 can handle anything. Including shamelessly applauding for itself. In looking for ideas about what to say today, I could have done what all students do when they're stuck for answers. I could have Googled it. But there's a funny thing about using Google. It doesn't give you the right answer or even the best answer. It just tells you the answers that are the most popular, that get the most clicks. In other words, it tells you what other people have found useful. As you decide what's next for you, what you're going to do after today, I hope you won't just do what other people think you should do. In fact, the hardest decisions you'll make from now on should be the easiest. Figuring out what you want, what makes you happy. I went to college intending to major in electrical engineering, but then I discovered the campus radio station and found journalism classes much more interesting and rewarding. My own father didn't think much of that choice. In fact, he wouldn't speak to me for several weeks after I broke the news about changing my major. But when I returned to campus for my sophomore year, he began sending me newspaper clippings, a few at a time, about remarks by prominent reporters, and I think he realized that I had found my calling. Somebody else connected to John Carroll University tells a similar story about discovering his passion. Chuck Geschke, who's a native of Cleveland, was a math professor here in the 1960s, and one year he had the unpleasant task of telling a graduate student who wasn't performing well to leave the program and go try something else. A year later, that student came back and said, "I want to thank you for kicking me out. I've discovered computers. And to show my gratitude, would you like me to teach you how to program a computer?" Well, after Professor Geschke had been at it for a few months, his wife said to him one evening, "You know, you're much more excited about learning about computers and how they work than in getting your PhD in math, so why don't you switch to computer science instead? Which is exactly what he did, and he went on to start a company called Adobe. And if you've ever emailed a PDF or used Photoshop or Premiere, then you know how he changed our lives. And his contributions were widely celebrated when he died last month. By the way, he spoke here at Commencement 9 years ago and recalled how valuable his wife's insight was in his life. He had this advice: marry someone who's smarter than you. I don't mean to say that following the right path for you will be easy. It's almost a guarantee there will be setbacks. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computer, the father of the iPad and the iPhone and the iPad and the iPod, famously got fired from Apple after starting the company, and then he came back to run it. He said, "Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith." Then he said, "I'm convinced the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did." You've got to find what you love. Setbacks, though, do have a way of working out. I was fired from National Public Radio after barely a month on the job, part of a big change in how the network was structured. But as a result, I ended up working as a congressional staffer and then as spokesman for the Department of Defense during the Gulf War. And that exposed me to the U.S. military and some of the most impressive and dedicated people I've ever met. I came to know the newspaper editors and bureau chiefs in Washington, including Tim Russert. He said to me one day toward the end of my time at the Pentagon, "When you leave the government and decide what to do next, you should know that you'll always be welcome at NBC News." I'd like to offer just one other bit of advice. I hope that for the rest of your lives, you will read a newspaper or look at news on the internet or listen to it on the radio, or please, especially, watch it on television, or your mobile device, I guess I should say. The founders of our country had it in mind that we'd all make choices together about how we wanted this nation to run. They expected us to be part of it, to go to the polls and vote, to help choose our leaders, and they assumed that as we made these decisions, we would have some idea what we were doing, that we would be informed, and that means knowing more than the batting averages of your favorite team or who won on The Voice. I hope that wherever you settle, you'll be part of the community. I'll say this about my fellow journalists: they tend to be well informed, they care about what's going on around them. Tim Russert certainly did. I feel very lucky to have discovered the kind of work that would bring me happiness and make me feel that I was doing something important. I hope you all make that discovery. So I thank you, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for sharing your experiences and your wisdom with us today, and thank you for being with us. In honor of the late Reverend William J. Miller of the Society of Jesus, who served the university in a variety of posts for 28 years before his death in 1977, a committee of faculty, administrators, and students have designated a member of the senior class to make a presentation at these exercises. Speaking on behalf of the class of 2021 is Michael James Elishny. Mr. Elishny.
Faculty, staff, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2021. We made it. 4 years ago, I would have never imagined speaking in front of all of you today, and I wouldn't have expected the time to pass by so quickly. Starting my freshman year, some of you may have had similar experiences to me, not knowing anyone coming to John Carroll, and the nerves beginning to kick in a bit during streak week. But quickly, even as a freshman class, I was welcomed into the community by my roommates, my teammates on the hockey team, those living on my floor, and those working at the university. I began to feel at home within those first few weeks, and that sense of community has remained ever since. To me, it was most quickly evident with the hockey team. As a freshman, I was introduced to the campus culture, the expectations, and the excellence of the team. We bonded on and off the ice, studied together in the library, and usually ate all of our meals together in the team as a CAF. We ended our season as the Division I College Hockey Mid-America champions. The bond with my teammates and the community surrounding the team was so tight-knit that I still talk and hang out with those who have graduated years before me. While working in the Office of Admission and giving tours to potential students, I had the opportunity to share my experiences of this. And that is by far one of the fondest memories that I will have at John Carroll. I was able to express why I love JCU and answer the most popular question, why did you choose John Carroll? Typically, I will mention the academics, the class size, or the reputation, but I always end by expressing how the John Carroll community is unmatched. We are all connected in some way, maybe not knowing everyone in the graduating class today, but knowing that we express Jesuit beliefs such as good character, intellect, service, and leadership. The nature of these 4 pillars were taught in our classrooms, on the athletic fields, and through conversations with one another. The Jesuit core curriculum has helped us to become more developed people and learn that listening and using critical thinking are essential to making a connection and solving a problem. It also taught us to be more aware of what is happening around us in the world, the workplace, and with other unique individuals. The menu of core courses revealed some issues that may have seemed foreign to us when we first stepped on campus, and it also revealed the impact that we could have if we created solutions and worked towards solving that problem. Recognizing an issue is one thing, but taking action is an important step. I also learned that the need to help and serve those is much closer than what we may think, and that we are all called to better our communities, our nation, and the world. This past year has been challenging for all of us. The coronavirus pandemic has taken away so much of the college experience and the elements of what has made JCU such a great place for so many, both past and present. Senior year was supposed to be it. Spring break, study abroad, attending immersion trips, but it was all stripped away. We thought we had more time than what we were given, but we grew from it. We were all frustrated and tired, but we made it through together. Instead of looking at the negatives that have happened throughout this past year and a half, let's instead take a moment and look at the positives. We can be grateful for the times that we've had at JCU, the friendships that we've made, every Capsgiving dinner, attending the football games and the basketball games, the late nights in the library, the hot dogs during finals week, bonding with Miss P, and everything in between. These are the memories that I will take with me as I begin the next steps of my journey, and I can only hope that you have had similar experiences. Our time here has allowed us to expand our intellect, grow our character, serve others, and act as leaders to our peers. A quote that was introduced to me during my sophomore year on the Man Racer retreat was, "Go forth and set the world on fire." As a sophomore, I didn't think much of it, but I got a sense of motivation that I could make a change for the better. But I didn't fully comprehend the extent of that quote. Looking back now, I find it extremely applicable to where we are currently. Our time in the world of undergrads has come to an end, and this quote is now applicable more than ever before. We are beginning the next steps of our journey, and these 4 pillars are our foundation. Beyond our time in University Heights, we see John Carroll's graduates use their intellect and good character to lead successful businesses and serve others in the community. So what's preventing us from doing the same? Another experience that I encountered on the Man Racer retreat was recognizing the impact that we have on others, and this was shown through blind affirmation exercises. The retreat leaders would read a statement, and you would go around the room and tap those who you believed embodied that statement. Sitting down as the statements were being read, I thought to myself, this one couldn't be me. But then someone would come and tap me on the shoulder. Immediately, I realized that I had an impact on people that I never thought that I would. As a class, we had an impact on each other, our fellow students, and those who we haven't come in contact with over these past 4 years, and we may not have always realized that impact. If we are to make an impact on the lives of others, let it be a positive one. John Carroll has helped shape us into the people that we are today, and I believe that if we live up to what we've experienced over these past 4 years, we can leave a positive impact on others, whether we know it or not. This past semester, I had received an email from a graduate from the JCU class of 2020. It was titled, "A Letter to a Young Leader." The sender of this message was a friend of mine and a role model to me. She provided great advice, including to have hope, be myself, and to continue to put others before me. This really hit home with being a man and woman for others. Growing up, we were always asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? For me, it was to be the first professional baseball and hockey player. Surprisingly enough, those are not my plans after graduation. However, no one ever asked, who do you want to be when you grow up? So I asked the graduating class today, who do you want to be after your time at John Carroll? Thinking about this, I have come to realize that I truly want to be a man for others, whether it's for my family, my friends, or for strangers. I want to take what I have learned and experienced from my time at Carroll and apply it to all aspects of my life, and I wish that you can do the same. What we have gained here is more than just a degree. It is an opportunity to better ourselves and others. And as we leave here today, I ask that you take one thing with you, and that is to go forth and set the world on fire. Congratulations, and thank you, class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Elishny, for sharing your reflections with us this morning. Nancy Cunningham Bonacci, class of 1977 and Vice Chair of the University Board of Directors, will now present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Pete, thank you so much for your inspiring comments. Louis Allen Pete Williams is currently a justice correspondent for NBC News and has held the position since 1993. Stationed in Washington, D.C., he reports on news from the U.S. Department of Justice and the U.S. Supreme Court. He has been awarded 3 National News Emmy Awards for his incredible work in journalism. Pete was a longtime colleague and friend of the late Tim Russert, alumnus of the John Carroll University class of 1972, namesake of the university's Department of Communication and renowned host of NBC's Meet the Press. Tim hired Pete to work at NBC in 1993, and they worked together for 15 years. Like Tim, Pete holds the values of cura personalis and a Jesuit education near to his heart. He is committed to the development of the whole person and to helping influence and challenge the moral fibers of the nation so that we may all continue to grow into people that become men and women for and with others. Pete initially attended college, intent on majoring in electrical engineering before joining his campus radio station and finding his passion for journalism. Pete graduated from Stanford University in 1974 with a bachelor's degree in journalism and history. For his remarkable career in journalism, dedication to the betterment of the country as a media member and government official, and leadership as a distinguished representative of the United States, John Carroll University is honored to confer upon Pete Williams the degree of Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Pete.
And that brings us to the heart of the ceremony. Candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Classics, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science, please rise. Dr. Bonnie Gunzenhauser, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, will present these candidates.
President Johnson, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, I certify that the candidates whose names are hereby submitted have satisfied all the requirements to participate in the 2021 commencement exercises. I ask that those who have completed all degree requirements be hereby granted their degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the University, for those who have completed all their degree requirements, I hereby confer on them the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Classics, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining.
Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, please come forward.
Ava Beth Minatello, summa cum laude. Ashley L. Ambrose, summa cum laude. Thea Camille Apanias, magna cum laude. Mara F. Bomber, summa cum laude. Noelle Elizabeth Baker, cum laude. Brianne M. Baker, magna cum laude. Haley Elissa Bard, cum laude. Joseph Robert Bates. Brianne N. Batten. Madison Marie Bender. Joseph Stephen Berlin. Cameron Michael Bernath, cum laude. Paige Rose Betley, summa cum laude. Jonathan Michael Blue. Emily Melissa Bordley, cum laude, summa cum laude. Sophia M. Brandimarte. Rachel Paige Brownegg, cum laude. Madeline Claire Brinza. Katie Elise Brunn, cum laude. Bridget Grace Bryant. Delaney Miranda Burns. Michael John Butler. Sarah Emily Calabrese, cum laude. Kaylin Capri Candela. Michael V. Canganelli. Duncan Alexander Kapar. Grace C. Carpenter. Nicholas A. Carter. Deborah Mary Cha, magna cum laude. Alessandra R. Camira. Madison Margareta Christopher, cum laude. Max William Ciccarello. Joseph Michael Clark. Michael Vincent Cleland. Elizabeth N. Cockerham, magna cum laude. Cynthia Lorena Cole Heiss. Logan Emery Collins. Riley R. Collins. Annabelle Kate Comunale. Matthew Gates Courtney. Dimitri J. Cullen, magna cum laude. Kevin William Cush, cum laude. Kara L. Daggett, magna cum laude. Antonio D. Dargage. Julia Kathleen Davis, magna cum laude. Maria Patricia DeLuca, cum laude. Lauren Catherine Denk, magna cum laude. Colin Edward Derrig, summa cum laude. Benjamin Paul De Sabato. Dominic David DeSalvo, summa cum laude. Mia M. DeTore, cum laude. Caroline Rose Dickinson, cum laude. Mary Grace Kane Downey. Madison Elaine Eagle, magna cum laude. Isabella Yasmin Eek. Brianna S. Ellis-Smith. Tobias John Engel. Eric William English. Andrew Joseph Erith. Michael Salvatore Fazioli. Carmen Andrea Ferrante, cum laude. Rachel Lee Filosof, magna cum laude. Clayton William Fink. Declan Peter Flanagan. Catherine Marie Flanders. Daniela Marie Flores. Melissa Rosa Fojas. Patrick Anthony Folan. Nathan Michael Frankert, summa cum laude. Jacob A. Fritsch, cum laude. Allison E. Fritsch, magna cum laude. Michael John Gagliano. Kyle James Gateson. Gabrielle Ray Gevouden, cum laude. Olivia Ann Gilbert. Abigail Grace Gloninger, cum laude. Jacqueline Mary Goldkamp. Gianna Nicole Grandini. Kayla May Gries, magna cum laude. Anthony J. Haas. Cassandra Nicole Harper, magna cum laude. Nicole Lynn Heffington, magna cum laude. Bradley Mark Heiss. Caroline A. Heltzel. Nicholas Frank Harradine, cum laude. Leanne Kylie Herrera, magna cum laude. Ryan M. Height. Oh, no. Congratulations. Hadley Ann Hoover. Mercedes Dejana Caprice Hunter. Emily Diane Huss. Catherine Ann Hyde. Patrick Joseph Iereci. Sophia Cara Izzo, cum laude. Bridget Ann Jankowski, magna cum laude. Cole Michael Jaskowicz. Morgan Mary Jocham, magna cum laude. Evan David Jones. Tashawn Trammell Jones. Michael Philip Kellett. Kyle Michael Kelly. Maya Gabriella Kawam, cum laude. John Joseph Kilroy. Emily Elizabeth Knack, cum laude. Maria Nicole Knepschild, summa cum laude. Nathan R. Corrigan. David A. Kozulka. Kevin Daniel Kukla. Alexandra Claire Lafayette, cum laude. Paul A. LaRue. Gwyneth Mora Ledrick, magna cum laude. Rachel M. Leininger, cum laude. Christopher Joseph Lent. Mark Edward Liebenguth. Evelyn Herrick Lindrose, magna cum laude. Guadalupe Leon Lopez. Matthew John Loughran, magna cum laude. Thomas Vladimir Loya. Jennifer Nicole Lutz. William Matthew Magda, Jr., magna cum laude. Sophia Rose Maltese, summa cum laude. Sean T. Manzak. Julia Marie Mangold, cum laude. Thank you. Joseph T. Manarino, cum laude. Megan Lee Marcinko. Lindsay Elizabeth Maria Marshall. Gavin Peter Martin. Gina Ann Marzano. Christine Marie Melick, summa cum laude. David Michael Meredith, cum laude. Nicholas S. Michel. Sarah Ann Mahalik. Mary Grace Coyne Millar. Gabriella Elizabeth Morton, summa cum laude. Julia Marie Narstead. Cassandra Rose Nanicola, magna cum laude. Christina Nosek. Caitlin Rose Novicki. Shannon Ray Oberst. Daniel Michael Oleznicek. Nicholas M. Ortiz. Delana Rose Palmer, cum laude. Eric Lee Payne, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Pence, summa cum laude. Kayla B. Pettinger, magna cum laude. Courtney Nicole Phoenick, magna cum laude. Diana Isabella Popa, cum laude. Emma Arlene Posler. Marina Antonia Powell. Natalia Maria Pozuelo Arbide, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Price. Audrey Marie Quinn. Margaret Therese Rahill, magna cum laude. Grace Adrienne Reichard. Grace Ann Reminder, cum laude. James Joseph Ress. Alejandro Fabian Reyes. Landon Knight Rhodes, magna cum laude. Emily Eileen Robinson. Sophia Catherine Rogers, magna cum laude. Molly K. Ross, magna cum laude. Alexander John Rowe, cum laude. Abigail Grace Roos, summa cum laude. Farida Mariam Sagafi. Good, how are you? Vittorio S. Santillo. Austin M. Sawyer. Ella Christine Schellerman. Josephine Grace Schumann, summa cum laude. Rachel Noel Scully. John Lewis Seibert. Alyssa Say Saljan, cum laude. Magdalene Elizabeth Sestak, magna cum laude. Kyra Michelle Shields. Anthony Joseph Sicurezza. Nicholas Allen Smith, cum laude. Alexander Charles Smith, magna cum laude. Jonathan David Smikowski. Jocelyn B. Sobek, cum laude. Zachary Michael Sobota, cum laude. James C. Sewells. Justin Richard Spade, cum laude. Cara Ashlyn Spencer. Sarah Spicer, cum laude. Madeline Jane Stablin, magna cum laude. Nicholas Robert Stankus. Isabella Statnick. McGuire G. Tausch, magna cum laude. William Paul Testa. James Lindell Thomas. Daniel Joseph Warshawski Tibbetts. Isabel Delaney Tolan. Julia Rose Tollett. Andrew Christopher Triner. Noah Lewis Tulutki, magna cum laude. Samantha Rose Ubalde Fay, magna cum laude. Michael James Willishny, cum laude. Simon Isaac Young Vadas. Victoria Renee Valle, magna cum laude. Carly M. Van Maren, cum laude. Hannah K. Vanello, magna cum laude. Isabella Nicole Varga, cum laude. Hannah Rose Vicini. Anthony Richard Vichy. Devin Avery Ward. Chase David Waterman. Brendan John Weinholtz. Miranda S. Wheatley. Brandy Nicole Williams, summa cum laude. Rebecca Casimina Young, magna cum laude. Brielle Ann Zbigniewski. James D. Zimmerman. Massimo B. Adhikari. Aaron J. Ahern, summa cum laude. Sarmad L. Aish, cum laude. Nur al-Avda al-Taba, summa cum laude. Matthew A. Angie. Kaysen Robert Anzelk, summa cum laude. Robert Merle Arnold, Jr. Shannon Claire Atwell. Emily Elizabeth Barney, summa cum laude. Mark Joseph Beebe. David Alejandro Berkeley Ramirez, Jr. Daniel Michael Bagaki. Matthew Declan Binns. Nathan James Bishheimer. Brianna Nicole Boyko, cum laude. Hannah Winona Brinning, cum laude. Sophia Bruno, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Louise Bullock. Megan Lynn Canfora. Chunyi Kao. Kaylee Brooke Capron. Isabella Christina Carlosi. Melanie Chen. Eric James Cohn, cum laude. Courtney Crawford, magna cum laude. Sydney Alexis Dalrick, cum laude. Jacob Thomas Darby. Sophia Claire DeBacco, summa cum laude. Madeline Margaret Delbene, summa cum laude. Sarah Morgan Domino, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Duarte. Olivia F. Duggan. Anwar Fahim Edir, cum laude. Isabella Marie Elisco. Amelia Murad Almadi, summa cum laude. Kevin M. Ennis III. Maya Zreik Farhat, magna cum laude. Gianna Marie Farinacci, cum laude. Kevin Thomas Farragher, magna cum laude. Jacob Michael Fakete. Jared James Fishburne, cum laude. Robert R. Fogel, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Marie Forsyth. Brianna Marie Guerin, magna cum laude. Jamie Irene Gatesman, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Gear, summa cum laude. Susanna Libby Goodman, magna cum laude. Clara Elizabeth Graves, magna cum laude. Jude Haddad, summa cum laude. Matthew James Holomek, summa cum laude. Sydney Marie Hall, summa cum laude. Graham Maynard Hallman Taylor, cum laude. Ayub Ronnie Harb, summa cum laude. Morgan Aurora Hatlovic, summa cum laude. Eric A. Heath, cum laude. Samuel J. Heaton, summa cum laude. Lydia Irene Holman. Alea Danielle Hooker. Michaela Ariel Hubbard. Thank you. Alexis Noel Hewitt. Joshua Rajaratnam Hughes, magna cum laude. Christian Michael Giulianelli. Christopher Erickson Germain. Bethany Kayla Jewell, summa cum laude. Kristen Jogan, cum laude. Anthony Thomas Joseph, summa cum laude. Brian Matthew Jusco, cum laude. Riley Irene Justice. Clayton John Karam. Morgan Catherine Kelly. Maria Catherine Kasich, magna cum laude. Isma Navid Khalik, summa cum laude. Lauren Ann Kyle, magna cum laude. Kaylee Camden Cotula, magna cum laude. Haley Nicole Kovach, magna cum laude. Isaac Nathaniel Kozak. Lily Taylor Kruger. Andrew C. Kukla, summa cum laude. Nicole Marie Kerpusky. Michael Tien Leip, magna cum laude. Claudia Elizabeth Lenhart, magna cum laude. Casey E. Lindstrom, magna cum laude. Zachary James Litwinowicz, summa cum laude. Hannah Sultana Lodi. Alexa Nicole Lowe. Earth Elizabeth Eve Lyons. Emma Lynn Maistel. Caroline Ann Maltese, summa cum laude. Janice Lynn Marinaro. Catherine Ann McCarty. Amanda Catherine McGreer, cum laude. Connor Joseph McIntyre. Joseph Michael McNulty. Andrew Patrick McNutt. Emma Claire Medwid, magna cum laude. Jessica Ann Marola, summa cum laude. Chase E. Miras, magna cum laude. John T. Moynihan. Jazreen K. Multani. Colleen Marie Murphy, cum laude. Aisinur Musagulari, summa cum laude. Minahil Suhail Mustafa. Alexa Margaret Nara. Riley Marie Napoleon. Sinead Jome Libyara Kuntz. Peyton Elizabeth Nicolosi, magna cum laude. Mary Paige Knopfsinger, magna cum laude. Shannon Kaloha Omara, summa cum laude. Catherine Nicole Peak, summa cum laude. Jonathan Ben Peleg. Lucy Noel Peloso, magna cum laude. Isabel Christine Penna. Charles George Plzak. Dirk J. Polderman. Chloe Marie Pozdrack, summa cum laude. Daniela Radukovic. Thora Reagan, cum laude. Krista Ann Reed, cum laude. Hannah Lee Reel, cum laude. Hannah Rose Roberts, summa cum laude. Kaylee Joyce Robus. Derek Scott McCullough Reimers, cum laude. J. Michael Zezut. Adele S. Salty, cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Sanford, magna cum laude. Catherine Rose Sattler, cum laude. Sydney Rose Cielo, cum laude. Hope Elizabeth Scherger, magna cum laude. Carly Bay Schultz, magna cum laude. Ashanti Monet Sears. Shikaponya Selkajaj. Michael David Shipman. Anna Naomi Smiley. Madeline May Spear, cum laude. David C. Spitz, magna cum laude. Michael Frank Sprenger, cum laude. David Richard Sprenger, summa cum laude. Patrick Joseph Stafford III. Sophia Elaine Stamotin. Chloe Carolyn Stiles. Olivia Ann Talamo, magna cum laude. Amy Lynn Thompson, magna cum laude. Colin James Trian. Aliha Isabella Valentin, cum laude. Thomas Matthew Van Zeeland. Christina L. Weber. Andrew Charles Wendell. Aidan Finn Whitus. Maya Samantha Williams, summa cum laude. Paige S. Neck, summa cum laude. Sabrina Dominique Westner, magna cum laude. Ina Jindali. Elizabeth Grace Yerga, magna cum laude. Madeline Marie Yuzwa. Stephanie Labas. Gabriel Newberry. Hannah Lenzu.
Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, please be seated. And congratulations. Candidates from the John M. and Mary Jo Bowler College of Business for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in Economics. Please rise. We'll present these candidates.
President Johnson, on behalf of the faculty of the Bowler College of Business, I certify that the candidates whose names are hereby submitted have satisfied all the requirements to participate in the 2021 commencement exercises. I ask that those who have completed all degree requirements be hereby granted their degrees.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the University, for those who have completed all their degree requirements, I hereby confer on them the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in Economics, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining.
Graduates of the Bowler College of Business, please come forward.
Alan T. Adams. Hannah K. Adams. Abigail Adler. Maria Angelina Ambrose. Michael Gigliotti Anderson. James A. Ando. Nicholas Joseph Arcady. Thank you. Thomas Robert Arnold II. Marco Augello. Mary Catherine Barron, cum laude. Mary Elizabeth Beebe. Jared William Becker. Deva Christina Balunas. Haley Kathleen Black, cum laude. Anthony J. Bonavita. Allison Rose Booms. Sydney Alexis Booth, cum laude. Caitlin Ray Bowers. Dane David Bosvai, cum laude. Jared Michael Brezovec. Alexander Joseph Buktinik. Christian Andrew Casaro. Galilea Castillo Cortez. Bennett Cavaretta. Brett Stephen Clark, magna cum laude. Andrew L. Clemente. Charles Michael Cook. Justin Michael Cooney. Megan Nicole Curran. Tyler Francis Cyrus. Michaela Lauren Daigle. Anthony Alexander DeLuise. Madison N. Deemer. John Davis Delahunty. Reed Thomas DeRosa. You're welcome. Vincent Donald DeFranco. Keller James Ditto. Kathleen Nicole Doljak, summa cum laude. Megan Marie Dugan, magna cum laude. Nathan Allen Dunker. Margaret E. Dunning. Jamie Nicole Durishan. Brooklyn Paige Elliott. Megan Renee Fair, cum laude. Charles Emmett Farr. Megan Marie Ferguson. Thomas William Flatley. Michael Patrick Flynn. Samuel John Franz, cum laude. Nicholas J. Friend. Thanks. Evan Matthew Gaines. Luke C. Galliato. Kendra Elise Gaston. Grayson John Gerard. Thank you. Jacob Sykes Geigerich. Sarah Gerard. Jared Allen Garenflo. Adam Kenneth Haas, cum laude. Kevin E. Hack. Madeline Mary Hannah. Hey, there he is. Nicholas K. Hardner. Christian Thomas Harwood, magna cum laude. Skylin Lundy Harwood. Benjamin Maxwell Hendlin. Blake R. Harradine. Edwin Michael Hariak. Emmett Vitt Hess. William Carroll Hintz, cum laude. Luke Thomas Hippler. Colin Kennedy Hirsch. Eli Stephen Holtschlag. Parker M. Holen. Jacob Gunnar Horst. Elizabeth Mary Hughes. Loretto Michael Felix Iafelice, Jr., summa cum laude. Patrick Kelly Jennings. Melissa Lynn Johnson, magna cum laude. Nicole Danielle Johnson, magna cum laude. Carly Lynn Johnson. Eric D. Jones, magna cum laude. Daniela Jersison. Lily Grace Kaiserlin. Diana Kalish, magna cum laude. Michael James Kaminsky. Gregory Robert Capel. Brandon M. Koenig. Andrew J. Kleinman. Mariana D. Kondrasevich, magna cum laude. Diana Koval. Connell Patrick Krabak. Jennifer Ann Kuhar, cum laude. Sarah A. Kuhn. Jenna Catherine Lang. Ellis Gregory Langermeyer. Lillian Rose Lebednik. Heather R. Lewis, cum laude. Nicholas James LaCastro. Matthew Richard Locker, magna cum laude. Jackson Henry Labor. Morgan Mary Lapica, cum laude. Dominic J. Malosh. Marky Demetra Marousis. William Christopher Marsh. Haley Ann Matthews, magna cum laude. Malena Rose Matthews. Todd J. Mazurik, Jr. Michaela B. Medved. John Patrick Merrill, cum laude. Amy Marie Messina, magna cum laude. Juliet A. Metchell, magna cum laude. Thomas Michael Miller, Jr. Andrew Craig Minor, cum laude. Michael Robert Mosseri. Anthony J. Monatello. Luisa Fernanda Mayan Vargas. Seth Charles Morrow. Claire Elizabeth Malee. Anna Elizabeth Murray. Paige Alexis Matillo. Priyaka N. Narain, summa cum laude. Justin Smith Newton. Evan Thomas Norris. Jonathan James Oliveira. Austin Christopher Otterbein. Mason Douglas Owens. Sarah Grace Perry. Joseph Allen Parker. Nikhil Gautam Patel. Megan E. Payich, cum laude. Andrew Patrick Pank, cum laude. Kaylee Ann Penza. Mary Catherine Pachillo. Joshua Robert Plar, magna cum laude. John Popa, Jr. Victoria J. Price, summa cum laude. Rushil Jatinder Rana. Michael Revelock. Reed Whitaker Reynolds. Harrison James Richardson, magna cum laude. Isabel Catherine Rizzo. Polina Novoenko Rorig. Addison M. Rogers, magna cum laude. Alexandra Lynn Romano. Randon Richard Ryback. James Brian Salata. Adam J. Sanders. Brandon N. Sowers. Anthony T. Saxon. Hannah Faye Schmall, cum laude. Connor Francis Seeley. Wayne Allen Scott, Jr. Jacob Dean Shook, cum laude. Andrew John Siciliano, magna cum laude. William Charles Snyder. Michael Snyderburn. Samuel Vincent Sorrentino. Alexandra Marcia Spear. Brian Michael Sinek, summa cum laude. Leah Therese Steyer, summa cum laude. James Robert Steidel. Andrew Joseph Steele. Calliope Spiritos. Anthony M. Uglesa. Joseph Raymond Tomzak. Madison Mackenzie Thomas. Julia Marie Tadeo. Matthew Moore Tile. Francesca Marie Vela, cum laude. Mark Anthony Venditti, Jr. Madeline Marybeth Wajda. Corey Michael Walker, cum laude. Morgan Lynn Wardle, magna cum laude. Alexandra McHugh Weber, cum laude. Francis Michael Weiss. Brendan Patrick Whitty. Nicholas Michael Williams. Nicholas Joseph Yerrick, cum laude. Tyler E. Zielinski. Owen James Zubek. Samuel Joseph Bornhorst, cum laude. Sebastian Andre Coronado Duran. Marianella Janelle Guerra, magna cum laude.
Love you, Mom.
Dean Michael Marcello. Esther Ifuninyachi Mba. Alexander Rajakovich, cum laude. Alexander Ross Reyes. Evan Noah Schneeberger, magna cum laude. Paige Madison Pfeiffer.
Graduates of the Bowler College of Business, please be seated. And congratulations. Dr. Johnson will now present the Faculty and Student Awards.
The Distinguished Faculty Award is presented each year to a member of the faculty selected by a committee of faculty, students, administrators, and alumni for excellence in classroom teaching, scholarship, advisement, and leadership of students, together with participation in civic and community affairs. The recipient this year is Dr. Phil Metras III, professor in the Department of English. Every year, the university recognizes a number of other faculty and staff with a variety of awards. These awards are listed on pages 39 and 40 of the commencement program. The awards include the Silver Circle, recognizing faculty and staff who have served the university community for 25 years or more, the Lucrezia Cuccia Award for Teaching Excellence in the College of Arts and Science, the Wasmer Outstanding Teaching Award in the Bowler College of Business, the Curtis W. Miles Faculty Award for Community Service, the George E. Gruhl Faculty Fellowships, our retiring faculty members, and the Staff Excellence Awards. I ask the recipients of these awards and honors to stand at this time and be recognized, please. In honor of the late Robert Boudry, class of 1950, a plaque is annually awarded to the senior student who has contributed most significantly in the areas of academic achievement, Christian life, and leadership and service to the university or civic community during the preceding school year. The recipient of the award this year is Lucy Noel Peloso. Lucy? The alumni medals are conferred annually as the highest award of the John Carroll University Alumni Association upon alumni and others who have, through this distinguished conduct of their lives, either brought extraordinary credit to the university or contributed conscientious service to the Alumni Association, or both. The 2021 recipients who will be honored in October are Umberto Fedeli, class of '82, Holly Persy, class of '85, Michael Schmidt, class of '81, Joe Sullivan, class of '53, and James Winchester, class of '65, John Winchester, class of '67, and Dennis Winchester, the Winchester brothers, class of '70. Let's congratulate them as well.
On June 1st, Dr. Alan Mikiak, former Dean of the Bowler College of Business and Executive Vice President of the university, will assume his duties as the 26th President of John Carroll University. Now, before we conclude our ceremony, please join me in welcoming Dr. Mikiak to offer some closing remarks.
So good afternoon. Congratulations, class of 2021. It was a tough year for you. It was a tough year for your professors, and I congratulate all of you for making it through and fighting on to the end. And all the sacrifice and hard work and determination that brought you here today, I'd like to take a moment for you to stand, acknowledge, and give the love and respect to those behind you who have supported you along this journey, and especially, let's raise it loud, so those that are on the main quad can hear you guys too. So please stand and show your appreciation. Let's get a little louder than that. All right. I would now like to ask our Vice Chair of our Board of Directors, Nancy Cunningham Bonacci, to present Dr. Johnson and his wife, Jill Kobus Johnson, with a gift on behalf of the John Carroll University community. Jill, could you please join us?
On behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and the Board of Directors, we would like to present this gift to Michael and Jill Johnson on behalf of his years of dedication, vision, and excellence here at the university. We wish them well as they move forward and as a year of sabbatical. And again, thank you for all your time and effort that you've provided to us.
Thank you, Nancy, and thank you, Michael and Jill. My single focus as president will be to ensure that every student receives a transformative education with the proper mix of academic rigor, experiential learning, and personal formation. We will continue to prepare graduates for their future and your work in the world. In the words of C.S. Lewis, the future is something that everyone reaches at 60 minutes an hour, whoever they are or whatever they do. The difference is what you will do with your 60 minutes an hour, and I encourage you to make the most of them. Congratulations, class of 2021.
As we round the corner and head for home, I ask you all to please rise for the benediction and remain standing for the singing of the Alma Mater. At this time, I am pleased to call upon Ms. Maya Zariq Farhat, member of the class of 2021, to give the benediction. Ms. Farhat.
Dear God, the most gracious and merciful, thank you for the gifts of family, classmates, faculty, and staff which have made John Carroll truly feel like a home. I ask that you grant us the best in this life, just as you have blessed us with these last 4 years of laughs, friendships, and late-night bingo. I pray that you watch over us as we begin our new and exciting journeys. O God, never stop leading and guiding us on the path of righteousness towards social justice work. As our time at John Carroll comes to an end, I pray that you continue to increase our knowledge, but let this knowledge be with sincerity. Let this knowledge seek your cause in a way that you accept and that benefits humanity. With all the hardships my classmates and I faced this year, I ask that our next adventures be met with ease. And I pray that you keep our family and friends by our sides throughout our journeys as a reminder that, in these times, we are never alone. This we ask in your name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Farhat. Members of the University Chorus will now lead us in singing the Alma Mater.
Hail to Carroll, gather near, let your joyful anthem ring. Sound your mother's praise revere, her fair name
As many of our speakers have indicated today, this year has been a year like no other. You have much that you should be proud of. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you for being with us today. Congratulations on all you've accomplished. Now, as we conclude this year's commencement exercises, I ask that we give a final round of applause to those who've made it through this difficult year. Congratulations. Go forth and set the world on fire.